Yeah, and I actually wonder about a lot of that stuff and how much of it really is mental. So a lot of people will say, I cured myself with this particular diet or this particular exercise, but how much of that is the placebo effect? In that, okay, I think that I want to get better, and I think that this diet is going to make me better. And so I go on the diet and I get better. Well, did the diet make me better, or was it the mental state of saying, I want to be better and I'm going to be better that made me better?
The mind is a powerful
Yeah.
tool.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah. No, I'm with you. I think it's very much a mental state, and I harp on. I have a handful of things that I harp on all the time, so I'll harp on this one more time. I don't know if you're familiar with DDP yoga.
No.
Okay, so long story short, it was created by Diamond Dallas Page, a retired pro wrestler, but basically the whole point of the program is it's not designed for weight loss. It's designed for people that have legitimate mobility issues. It's kind of like the best way I can describe it is it's a combination of yoga and like old school calisthenics.
Hmm.
But it's designed for people with mobility issues. And then what you just said there made me wonder. It's like, does the workout itself actually do all that much of a cure? I mean, don't get me wrong, it does a lot. I was actually mesmerized because I had a messed up wrist and my knees were shit when I started doing it. And they're not perfect, but they're a lot better. But like you said, there are people who got into the workout early, not least of which being Arthur Borman. And yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that he was in a state, depressed is an understatement. He'd basically been told that he was never going to walk unassisted ever again by every doctor he saw. But then here comes DDP Yoga, and just the introductory period, he's like, okay, I can do this. And I can only imagine the mental weight that was lifted when he was just simply able to say, I can do this.
Hmm.
And then just snowballed, and now he's in a place where he can run. He can walk unassisted, but he can run. He can stand on his head. He can put his foot over his head. And like you said, I think all that was not all that, but most of that was mental. Just incremental steps of like, well, if I can do this, then I can do this. And if I can do that, I'm pretty sure I can do this. And
Yeah.
just overcoming those challenges gives you a huge mental boost. So I think over time, it just helps your mental health tremendously.
Yeah, that's one actually in my book. That's one of the themes is how things can spiral up or spiral down based on what you do. And when I was in Aikido classes back a long time ago when I was a kid, the instructor talked about how do you move a pile of bricks? Well, you move that pile of bricks one at a time, and that's really the only way you can do it. And so what happens is that initial pile of bricks gets smaller. So that could be all of the negative things, the obstacles in your life. And that other pile of bricks gets bigger. And so that's all the good stuff in your life. So you take those bricks from one pile to the other, you move that pile of bricks, but you can only do it one way, one at a time. And as you do it, it it keeps building upon those bricks that were already there, and it keeps getting rid of these. So that causes those spirals, just like you said. If I can do this, then I can definitely do that. Or now I've, if you want to relate it to finances, say you have some credit card debt. Well, the easiest thing to do is pay off your smallest credit card. Then you're like, hey, I have this extra money now. I can put that towards the next smallest credit card. And I have this good feeling of I accomplished something. I paid off that credit card. Now, if I did that one, I can do the next one. So that way of thinking can apply to everything in life. You just say, I'm just going to do this one thing. I'm going to jump out of bed this morning instead of laying there for 10 minutes or whatever it is. You have an accomplishment. You feel like a better person in general. You feel more powerful, and then that continues on into everything in life.
Well, it's like Jordan Peterson always says, you can start just by cleaning your goddamn room.
Yes. 100%.